Alright guys, so we've been working on this fire pit, me and Junior over here. Now all these rocks that I've picked up from around the homestead. So you people out there buying fire pits, you're crazy. It cost me $17 to build this thing in my time. So what I normally did is I took some big rocks and I put some big rocks down first, which would be these ones right here. Pretty decent sized boulders. Went around and did the whole thing, filled them all in. Now you're gonna say, well, there's a lot of concrete and stuff on there. Well, what we'll do is we'll take a wire brush when it's done and we'll clean all this up, get it all done right. And we got all the holes packed in all the way around. And then I do a nice little bowl effect. Now if you look down here, you'll see there's a hole. That's so air can get in. Now all the way around this, we have holes. That's so you can get your stuff in there that you need. Now we did this, it took us about a day and about 2 weeks to collect all the flat top rocks that we could find. And we'll go in and we'll fill in little pieces, little gaps, and then we'll get to show you the finishing touch of what we're going to do to this. And this is one idea for the family, so the whole family can get together and be able to have a fire pit. Now, I made this fire pit big enough for 10 people to sit around. So when we get our family in, you know, I got 5 kids and I got their boyfriends and their girlfriends, and you know, we're gonna have them all come, and that way the whole family can sit around a fire pit when it starts to get cool out and be able to maybe cook hot dogs or just have a fire. Thank you, hey. Sorry about the generator in the back, guys, but Amy's working and I need to have that going, so I hope that's not a deterrent for you. We've worked pretty hard on this thing, me and Junior over here. We're gonna do some final work and I'll show you the finalization after we wire brush it and everything, so you get to see what it looks like. It wasn't easy work, don't get me wrong, but for $17, where could you go wrong? I mean, this is nature's best that we built and use rocks off of our homestead. Something that the whole family can enjoy, come out and sit around in the spring or the early spring or the late fall and just sit and stay cozy warm at night and have a nice fire, maybe cook some hot dogs out on it, you know, things like that. That's kind of the idea of the whole fire pit situation. So, and we got our fence put in, which you guys will see the thing I got coming up on the fence. That took us about, well, that was a chore. But we got some firewood stacked up. Now that firewood won't be for cooking on, that's just to put in there, just to have a fire to keep you warm. That's a bunch of pine we got stacked up there. I'm trying to save most of the stuff off the homestead, so that way we get use out of it. And you know, the family could come over, and that's good for about a couple of days worth. We're gonna have some more. We got to do some more cleaning up around here. Thanks, hey, we hear you, buddy. Boy, he's a roosting like crazy. So at that point, we'll be back, guys, show you the finished product. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a wire brush all the way around and clean all these rocks up, and then we're gonna wash it down with a hose, clean it up real good. Now we won't get to use this for at least 4 days. So we'll just let it sit and cure for 4 days. Hopefully by Friday night. Unfortunately, Junior will be going home soon. He'd like to have a fire in here and would like to cook some hot dogs out, so we're gonna do that. But we're gonna get it all cleaned up first. So you'll get to see Junior in here with that wire brush and that, cleaning up these rocks, getting it look real pretty. And then we'll wash everything off, and that'll bring out the color of the rocks, and it'll get rid of a lot of the over run from the mortar mix that we used. Now the mortar mix they use is the mortar mix L, which is, you know, a heavy duty support. It will last. I am no masonry by far. I did do some masonry work when I was younger, when I was about 15, 16, and you know, now I threw some mortar mix together and built myself a fire pit. Now I got some of you out there that like the fire pit you buy at, you know, the local hardware stores and stuff, and that's fine. I wanted something that looked old-fashioned, and something that was built by hand, and that's why I went with this fire pit. Now, this fire pit is, you know, all stone, like I said, that was brought off the homestead. So it's not like we went out and bought stone to put this together. So every time I come across a flat stone, or every time I come across a nice boulder, I'd grab it, put it in the truck, bring it home, dump it off in a pile until we got enough to do it. And we just finished up getting the last few flat pieces that we needed, and there you go. That's what you get so far. So keep in touch, keep watching. We got more to come. Alright guys, so what I'm doing is I'm taking a wire wheel brush to this to clean it up.